Well, joining us now is SAFPU Secretary General Nhlanhla Shabalala. A very good evening and welcome to Newzroom Afrika. What do we know of how many matches our players, Bafana Bafana and Banyana Banyana, haven't been paid?
Good evening, and thank you very much for having us. It's about 3 to 4 camps where both national teams came on national duty to render their service and represent the country, as they are known patriots, but they have not been paid their salaries, and we cannot be a country in a federation that promotes free labor.
Is it just the players?
No, it's not just the players. If I must just give you a breakdown of the story, it's the Banyana players and the Bafana players for several camps, which goes to as far as 3 months and 4 months back, but also the staff complement. And the staff complement, funny enough, when they are not paid their dues, they are called backroom staff. I mean, we have experienced this also last year when we were approaching the World Cup for Banyana, when there was this discussions about the staff complement of Banyana to be paid their monies. Then all of a sudden, within the media, they were reported to be relegated to a backroom staff, which is then something that's far at the back and less important. And there's no such a thing as backroom staff. There's a staff complement of the team and their players. And these people play a very crucial role in preparing these bodies to be what they are and perform optimally to what we witness on TV. And also the victories that we gain is as part of the contribution into what they give, ensuring that we are performing as a country and we are victorious.
As the Players Union that is associated and affiliated to the international organization FIFPro, were you guys aware that the situation had gotten to this level, and have you yourselves had any engagement with the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture and with SAFA?
Yes, we were aware of this situation. We were contacted by the players who asked us to really intervene on this particular issue, because, you know, when there are camps and sometimes there were threats that players would not take onto the field before camps, and some would have been victimized and they would never be called up into the national team again for simply raising a very important and fundamental issue that speaks to working and being paid, which is very fair. And as a result of that, we were requested to come through and really look into the matter on their behalf. And we know for a couple of months, we've been in constant contact with the players as well as the staff, as it were. In fact, we even contacted SAFA about this matter, seeking clarity so that we get to understand what are these issues so that we can report back to the members. Because one thing that everybody must know and remember is that the players that play and represent Bafana and Banyana, those are proudly members of the South African Football Players Union. So when we negotiate or when we ask questions or pry into issues, it's on behalf of the members that we represent.
And were you surprised then when the minister came out and said that he would give the Federation a 5 million rand advance to the grant that he usually gives them every financial year?
I wouldn't say we were surprised. I mean, on the eve of the World Cup with Banyana, we know that the Motsepe Foundation, they came through and rescued the issue of the bonuses that Banyana were really negotiating about, which SAFPU was in the forefront of really talking about those issues. Prior to any discussion where we were told we were opportunistic and all of that, we render this service for free to all the players, as it were. And it's a similar thing that has happened also now with this current situation, to say that we ensure that players are not treated as slaves. Nobody gives free labor. We are an organization that is autonomous within the country. We affiliate with FIFPro, which is a global union for unions around the world, ensuring that the rights of the players are upheld and respected. And that is a similar approach that we are taking into the country. And we have no interest, to destroy football in the country. We engage with SAFA on numerous occasions regarding these particular issues. We have also reached out to the ministry in relation to these issues. And right now, what is happening could have been prevented had we been proactive based on what we had written to the minister and requested this meeting between SAFPU and the ministry to sit down together and SAFA to ensure that we iron out all these issues and ensure that the federation is a well-oiled machine to avoid these type of things, because these players are committed. They dedicate themselves and put their bodies on the line as patriots for the country. But at the end of the day, you cannot work and not be paid, because that would really be wrong. And we are violating their constitutional rights as human beings who love this country, which is South Africa. But this country must not abuse these male and female footballers.
And Santa, just quickly, when last did SAFPU sit down with SAFA?
Not in recent months. The last time it was during the negotiations before the World Cup of Banyana Banyana. And during that period, we also get the sense that SAFA took matters personal. And when you are in the leadership positions and we run these institutions as we are, we must learn to deal with problems and not be personal about the issues, because once we deal and resolve the problem, we have no issue to really discuss once the problem is resolved. So that has been the last time that we have really had an engagement with SAFA. And we are writing constantly, but at some point we are getting tired of these boardroom talks, because we are the representatives of these players, and SAFA must see our role, respect us, and really sit and engage within the boardroom so that we can iron out these issues. Because what we want as an organization is collective issues and collective solutions, so that we reach a compromise and ensure that we find everlasting solutions, so that we don't find ourselves being a federation that is always as a consequence of a rescue plan of one person or the other, or one institution or the other. We need to find
SAFPU Secretary General Nhlanhla Shabalala, we're coming quickly to the top of the hour. Thank you so much for your time here on Newzroom Afrika.